Canadian government has announced their latest stimulus package for the Canadian residents. Let's first get your reaction to it and what it means for the everyday Canadian in Northumberland, Peterborough South.
Yeah, so Conservatives will always support incentives or initiatives that put more money back in the pockets of Canadians. So we're pleased that the government is offering some support. In my estimation, and in some ways it doesn't go far enough. And we can get more into that into the interview, but I am pleased that they are offering some support to Canadians in this very difficult time.
You stated that you don't feel it went far enough. What do you mean by that?
Yeah, so two specific groups have been left out in the bailout package. That were one, I would say, is the middle class. There are lots of benefits for the more larger corporations and lots of wealthy, large money coming to the corporations. But we need more money coming to the middle class, in my estimation. And there's not a tax relief or benefit that will get money directly into the middle class. And of course, those are the folks who are the engine of our economy. In addition to that, Mark, also the other group of stakeholders that haven't been, I don't think, sufficiently compensated for the impact of COVID-19 are our small business owners. Currently, there is going to be a wage subsidy in place, but that'll only be 10%. In other countries, such as Denmark and Ireland, they've gone as high as 70 or even 75%. I would like to see more support for small business going forward. And the good news is that Mr. Bill Morneau has said that there will likely be more relief coming, and those are two of the areas or two of the constituents that I hope to advocate for.
Obviously, the backbone of the economy in this country is the small business owners. If it happens to be in Orono, Ontario, or Cobourg, Ontario, or up in Hastings, what do you say to those small business owners who are currently trying to make decisions as to if they can continue on? Because obviously the decision has been made that if you're non-essential, you have to close. But if you are non-essential and you have to close, what piece of advice do you give to them?
Yeah, so first of all, I understand the challenges that they are going through. Canadian Independent Federation of Business recently said that 50% of small businesses is in dire straits, as it were. So please keep fighting the good fight and we appreciate everything you're doing, trying to stay in business and trying to serve as our community, and we're extremely thankful. Please know also I'm in Ottawa or in my home office calling, advocating and pushing for more support for them to make sure that they can keep their lights on, their doors open, and that when we get through this, and we will get through this, that we're stronger and further ahead, and they can continue on business doing the great things they are for our community.
We're certainly in unparalleled times here, making decisions as we go, because not knowing what the next day is going to bring, either for the economy or for the people of Canada. Is enough being done by the Canadian government?
Yeah, no, like I said, let me just go. I'm very supportive of their emergency benefit. I like the fact that it will give Canadians who have been put out of work or out of income, will include the self-employed as well as our employees, and will enable them to get $2,000 worth of income. So that's a great first step. But there is more to do, and quite frankly, there is more we have to do to make sure that we are taking care of all Canadians during this very difficult time.
How will our economy survive this, Philip?
Yeah. So the great news is that we have we have the best workers in the entire world. We have lots of great, innovative, intelligent people. We have great institutions. We have great businesses. And no doubt we're going to go through an incredibly difficult time. And to be candid with all your viewers, it'll probably get worse before it gets better. But I remain 110% confident in Canada, and more importantly in Canadians' ability to adapt and overcome. Mark, we will prevail, and we will come out of this stronger and more successful than ever.
Obviously, your riding, Philip, is vastly rural with agricultural lands, bringing in most of it. What can the farmers see, knowing that in the next month or so it's going to be planting season?
Yeah. So we still, the farmers are more important to our country than they've ever been before. We are dependent on them to make sure that we have a great food supply, which I know we will have going forward. And it's nice to see, too, the government has offered $5 billion in financing for farmers, either through the Farm Credit Canada credit extension or through the agri-food processes. So help is on the way. But my real message to them is thank you, and thank you for doing everything you can to make sure that we continue to have the best food supply, the best produce, the best grain, the best dairy in the entire world.
What do you say to the residents of Northumberland Peterborough South as a final thought as we continue to battle COVID-19?
Yeah, so let's be smart, let's be disciplined. Let's make sure that we only go out when we have to get those essentials. If we have traveled, let's make sure we abide by the self-isolation rules, because if we are, and I know we will be, we will prevail. We will come out of this quicker than the rest of the world, and we will be stronger than we've ever been before. So thank you, everyone, for the great work that you're putting in. And every time that you make those smart moves, you're protecting someone's grandma, someone's grandfather, someone in the vulnerable population. So thank you to all the residents for making those critical efforts and protecting the people of Northumberland, Peterborough South. And I know our community, I know will continue to do an exceptional job of keeping people safe through aggressive self-isolation.
What do you say, Philip, to the people that are that are calling into the federal government to try to make claims? I know when I was interviewing MPP Piccini earlier today over at his office, a lady came in looking for some assistance federally because of the fact that she's constantly trying to call and can't get through the phone lines. It's a trying time, I know, for everybody, because everybody is trying to access certain government services all at the same time. What can people do in this riding if they are needing assistance?
So first and foremost, call my office, go to my Facebook, go to my website, and we are willing to help. And in fact, the individual you talked to, I talked to personally this morning. And we are on the way. We've already emailed our shadow minister, who's going to raise that very issue with the minister. Obviously, for confidentiality, I won't get into specifics. Yep. And we're also raising that issue with Service Canada as well. And we're going to make sure that people get the care that they need. So even though we're all working remotely, practicing what we preach in terms of social distancing, we have our full office working full out. I was responding to emails as late as midnight last night, making sure that we've taken care of our residents. But I can tell you, as a nonpartisan too, the government, the civil service particularly, is working full out in order to make sure that we take care of our residents. But if you can't get through to Service Canada or you're having challenges, do not hesitate to contact my office. That's what we're here for.